welcome back to my channel where I share lifestyle tips, business tips, and I get a little personal with you. Today's video is going to be about 6 things that I wish I knew before I started a candle business. If you don't want to be left in the dark like I was before I started a candle business, then you need to keep watching this video. The first thing I wish I would have known before starting a candle business is candle making is a science. And if you hated science in school, then this will be a major learning process. I wish I would have known that it was a science. I just thought I poured the wax, melted, add the fragrance, and boom, candle. No, it's science, it's measurements, it's weighing, it's temperatures, it's a lot of things, okay? And I wish I would have known that. And it takes a lot of patience. Wish I would have known that. Would I have started a candle business still? Yeah, but I would have been prepared to know what I was getting myself into and how it was gonna like wreck my brain. Okay, another thing I wish I would have known before starting a candle business is it's not as simple as 1, 2, 3. And what works for someone else may not work for you. So I wish I would have known that before I started a candle business, before I started my research, because I was thinking, why am I not getting it? It worked for that person. They did this and they got the best results. Why am I not getting the best results? Well, let me tell you right now, what works for somebody else, it may not work for you. It is not as simple as 1, 2, 3. Like I said before, it's a science and it's gonna take work, it's gonna take patience. And I think that's important to note too, because when you are starting a business, you're researching, you're going on YouTube, you're looking up all this stuff. That's great, do that, that helps me. But I also had to try a bunch of things and a bunch of formulas and a bunch of tests before I figured out what worked for me. And then I learned, hey, that may have worked for them and good job to you, but I had to find what works for me. But thanks for the tips along the way. Okay, another thing that I wish I would have known before starting a candle business is that the wick is so important. When I first started making candles, I bought some wicks off of Amazon, and actually they weren't bad, but I learned that you can't use the same wick for everything. My smaller candle needs a different wick than my bigger candle. This fragrance may need a different wick than this fragrance. I wish I would have known that, and I would have just started wick testing from the beginning. I kind of just started making candles and like trying to get the throw and get the scent out of things before I started actually pairing the candles with the right wicks to get the best result. Okay, another thing I wish I would have known is that it's going to be a testing trial. I didn't know that I will have months of testing candles, not research. You would think you research and then you try it and then bam, you did what you researched and then it happened. No, you do your research and then there's a whole nother period of testing that you have to do upon the research that you found. So I wish I would have known that it was going to be a testing trial, because then I wouldn't have felt so pressured and stressed out when things weren't working out. I would get so stressed, like I'm wasting all these products, I'm wasting all this wax, and you know, but I wasn't wasting the product and I wasn't wasting the wax. I had to do that. I needed to do that in order to get the best product out for my customers. And also, when you're testing, don't forget to write everything down. When you're making candles, write everything down so you know, hey, I made it exactly like this and it worked. I had the best smell out of the candle. The flame was great. Like, write it down, because if you don't write it down, you don't know how you just did that amazing thing that you just did. Okay, another thing that I wish I knew before starting a candle business is have a backup supplier. Have a backup supplier, especially nowadays, because the candle business field has grown so much over the last year. If you have jars that you're ordering from this place and you love them and they're beautiful, that's great. But this business is really popular right now, and even if it wasn't popular, you still should have a backup place that you can get those same jars just in case this place closes abruptly or sells out and you need the product to make this big order and this place is sold out for the next month, yes, have a backup plan on where you can get your candle supplies, because that's important for a candle business and that's important for any business really. Okay guys, and the last thing that I wish I knew before I started a candle business, and this is specifically talking about soy wax. So if you're in other waxes too, because honestly I think they all need it, but especially soy wax. I wish I knew that candles had to sit and wait and cure, which means they have to wait, they have to sit after you make them. You just can't say, okay, it's solidified, let me light it. No, you still gotta wait at least 2 weeks. I wish I would have known that I needed to wait 2 weeks to get the best scents out of my candle, out of my soy wax. Because when I did wait 2 weeks to actually test the candle, you guys, I was so freaking happy. I was so excited. I was like, I don't know, I just felt so good because the candle smelled great. But I realized I waited the full 2 weeks. It has to. It's something about the wax has to bind, and like, I don't know, some waxes don't need 2 weeks to cure, but soy wax is a really hard wax to work with, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So yeah, I would have got a lot of more sleep if I just waited. Okay, so that was 6 things that I wish I would have known before starting a candle business, and that I'm very glad I know now. And now that I know all of these things, it definitely helps me run my business better. It helps my stress level, it helps my peace of mind, and I hope you guys found this video very helpful. If you did, give your girl a thumbs up, like the video, comment down below some things that you wish you would have known before starting your business. I'm curious to know, because maybe it's still some things out there that I need to know. Tell me. And subscribe to my channel, guys. Subscribe to your girl, help me out. I'm on the road to 200 subscribers. Yes, that's right, 200 subscribers. Help your girl get there. And I will see y'all in the next video. Deuces!